Good afternoon, Lana Scott Lighthouse. Guys, I'm sitting out in the meadow today. It's a beautiful sunny day, and the snow is now gone, as you can see. And this morning, right over there, we had about 5 deer that were crossing through the herd. They always call them the herd here. And we had this herd going across here. And it was really pretty to see. So this is a reading for whoever needs to hear this message. I hope that it resonates or helps somebody at this time. If it doesn't help you or it doesn't resonate with you, then, maybe it will another time. I pulled the runes, and I also pulled the Enchanted Map deck, and I'm going to just jump right into it here. Again, this feels also like a little bit of an ancestor message, like they're just wanting to point this out to you. Okay, on the top of the deck, I got heal the out, feeling like, then this is feeling like to me like somebody is in the process of healing something. And there may be people along your way that are helping you, or it may just be something, a distant memory or something like that you've looked at from the past. Or it even could be healing something that's recently happened, because at the bottom of the deck, I got storm fields. So maybe something's happened that caused some kind of internal battle with yourself. A lot of this feels internal. So take that if that resonates for you. It could be something external for some of you, but I'm feeling like it's something internal, because the first thing that we have here is we have algas, which is having come to yourself in some way, asking for communicating with God, communicating with your ancestors, your angels, and a sub message of release from distress. So in some way, it feels like you have come through something, okay? Because then we have birth, we have Burka, and we have Keenness, which is talking about birth and an opening up, a spiritual illumination. So in some way, after going through something, you have started some kind of new growth internally, or figured out something for yourself, okay? And this could have come after releasing something or healing something, some kind of move, or some kind of even a lesson you were supposed to learn, okay? Because then we have success, wholeness. Talking about this, Zoe Liu also talks about the spiritual warrior and having some kind of success internally, externally. But we also have Thurias, which coming after that is a doorway. It's self-protection, protection from your angels, your ancestors. Like I said, I feel like there's a little ancestors in here, because we've got the Phila, which is talking about ancestral lands down here. But you've come through whatever it was, whatever storm feels, and you're in the process of healing, or you've already healed. And we've got Anzu and then Rado. So you've healed something. You're definitely listening to your intuition. You're realizing what it was, and we get that further down. You definitely are on maybe even a new journey now, because Rados talks about, like Jera, it's a rune of movement. It's a rune of being on your personal journey, something that you've discovered for yourself. You've gone through something and learned something, and you've some kind of a lesson, and I think it's internal. Most of it's internal. We also have Gibu for gift, partnership, okay, and Hagalaz, which is opportunity disguised as loss. But I feel like this is that storm field, something that maybe upset you, in a partnership that you had, rather it's with the divine or a job or something like that, okay? But it could also be talking about something new coming in, okay? New partnerships, because we have completion of beginnings. We have Ing after this, okay? And below Ing is Isa, which Isa talks about being frozen, but it also talks about spiritual attainment. So if something had stopped or it halted, you now have you've come through a new beginning. So I think there's also some movement here, even though we don't have the movement rune per se, but we have it at a later date in the cards. So whatever it is, you learned and you grew from this, and whatever it was, this storm field that happened. Because then we have strength and flow. Luguz, strength, this is talking about the strength of the ox. It could be a new strength that you found in yourself that you didn't know you had. We've got the Luguz, which is a feminine rune. So it could have been you have more flow now, but it could also be that you had, maybe there's a new friend that's come in to help you. Luguz could be a woman that is showing you your strength, or it could be that you now have more strength and more flow to your life. Take it however that resonates, okay? It can be either or. And then we have Orthilla, which is ancestral lands. It's also new dwelling place, new shifts, but it could also be separating skin. So either you've healed something and you shed away an old persona of yourself, or you've now, or you've moved on to a new place. Rather that's a physical place or even just a mental place. But it's also talking about ancestral lands, which is something maybe that you realize that came to you through all this, that maybe you and somebody were talking about your ancestors or people like a grandmother or a grandfather or people in your family history in the past where you realize, oh, wow, I'm kind of just like them in a way, but in this turn of the century, I'm hearing. So maybe somebody in your family from the past went through something similar and you just happen to hear about them, find out about it or something, and you're looking at it like, oh, well, wow, my ancestor went through something similar, or I'm kind of like this particular ancestor. I see something that's in me that my ancestor had. Tenacity or a strength of will, because we have the strength rune here, right? Strength of will, or some kind of internal thing that you're like, oh, wow, well, I've got stick-tivity because I stuck this out, even though it wasn't working, then I decided to let it go, but I learned this and that, and I found out one of my relatives did the same thing. They stuck with something, and when they did finally let go of it, or in whatever sort of way, I came through in a similar way. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, because then we have rewards for your efforts, and Jera also is talking about, to me here lately, it's been talking about a closing and then a new opening, and then a reward for it. And then we have Perth, which is backwards. So I feel like in this instance, Perth is normally talking about secrets coming to light, and this is maybe a secret not coming to light, but what it's telling me today is that in some sort of way you have discovered something about yourself, okay? Because then we have going from the macrochism to the microchism and the spiritual warrior, and I feel like this feels like you've gained a new layer to your personality. You've gained a new strength that makes you even more so of a spiritual warrior and knowing where you're going. You've gained some kind of strength overall, okay, internally. And this is on your path of destiny, okay? So you can be anywhere within this, okay? But it just feels like you've gained something after this healing the ouch and coming through this whatever kind of storm or whatever kind of disruption, elemental disruption that this was, or breakup or move or in whatever way. But now you're a lot stronger. And I've been seeing that here lately about people getting, because of this, because of things shifting and changing the way they've been doing, it just feels like a lot of people are shifting and changing on an internal way and starting to see things and not even realizing how strong we really are, okay? So then I asked, what about the journey? And I'm going to pull this over here and I'm going to show you all the cards. But the first thing we have, which kind of goes along with this knot, is we have the coming apart. So again, I feel like this is healing something that you've let go of, that in some sort of way it's just something that was no longer suitable to the person that you were becoming, the spiritual warrior that you're becoming, right? And it's also a 10 card, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is an ending. But you see all this light coming in, and it feels like you're maybe letting go of these old, again, that goes with that Othello too. Maybe you're also letting go of these old skins, old ways of doing things, no longer being blinded by, it just feels like a lot of light coming in and opening things up that you didn't really need anymore. Something that you've just let go of that you're now healing. Okay. We got the wind blowing, guys. Because then we have the protecting treasure. So it feels like this is where this reverse Perth comes in, where you've realized something about yourself that to you, you're like, wow, I'm really glad I have this, okay? And maybe you didn't even know it was something internally that you had. But with the wishing well coming up next, which is also a 12 card. It feels like to me, again, that's an angel number for me, guys. It feels like that you are, maybe it's something that, like, if it feels like she's looking at the past, letting it go. Maybe even an old wish has come to an end and now a better wish is coming in. Okay. Or maybe you've even, with the commitment card coming next, maybe you've even committed to doing something in a different way. Okay. It just feels like, somebody healing something from the past that's no longer where they need to be, and they're now going, well, I'm gonna do this new thing, and I'm gonna or do this in a different way. Do it in my way. You've learned something about yourself, so you're gonna just do things in a different way, and you renew your commitment. Okay. There's also this key on here with this star lock, and it feels like maybe you've unlocked something of yourself. And you're, again, with the two hands here, it just feels like you're seeing a different, maybe even a different side of yourself that you didn't see before. Okay, that you've decided to bring forth, like a part of yourself that maybe even a part of yourself you've been neglecting. Okay, and then with Ghostlands coming up next, Ghostlands is feeling like, it usually talks about letting go of the past. Okay, it's an 8 card. But when I look at it today, it feels like it's all these different doorways, all these different shifts. It feels like just stuff coming in. And maybe you're looking at things from the past, or even feeling these shifts coming in. And again, letting go of something that, maybe even something, you've healed something from the past that had the power to hurt you that no longer can hurt you. Because time is moving forward, okay? And you're moving on, it feels like, because we got the movement card coming next, right? And it feels like you're now moving on from whatever it was that you healed, and just being willing to let it go. Okay. Take that how it resonates, guys. And then we've got education. And guys, I always tell y'all with this card, this feels like learning something new. Maybe you've come to realize something about yourself, and you're like, oh, well, I didn't know that about myself, and I'm going to actually go look that up. And it feels like this, I always see this bird as an ancestor for some reason, but I also feel like this is the wanting to learn something about yourself. And it feels like this is because there's a new moon on this, and it's an 8. It feels like because of this new education or new thing that you may be doing, or this recommitment, you're wanting to learn more, do more. Okay. And then we have the rescue card, and it's right at the end of a rainbow. And to me, I see this as you're not needing to be rescued anymore. That whereas maybe in the past where you looked up some things, or somebody else was looking out for you or whatever, you're now strong enough to stand on your own 2 feet. You've educated yourself, you've let go of something, you've come through some kind of a storm, and you no longer need to be rescued. Is what this feels like to me today. And the reason why is because the next thing we have One Ring Circus. And it just feels like you've come to your way, to yourself in some way. And you no longer, you're looking back, but it feels like, with a little bit of nostalgia, but at the same time you're saying, but I'm stronger now. I have the memory of an elephant. I have the strength of an elephant, and I'm on my own rock. I can now stand on my own 2 feet. Is what this feels like is. Okay. And then with, then I've got the encouragement and the wide open, and it feels like this is your ancestors, your friends, your maybe even a parent or someone like that with all this golden light around here, or maybe even one of the ancestors that loved you very much is saying, you got this, you can do this. You've come to yourself in some sort of way, and you have a lot of strength. You've really learned a lot of lessons. And with the wide open card coming next, and this butterfly for transformation, I would say that you're now opened up to maybe even more of your gifts, opening up to messages from the universe, and where everything may have been a little stagnant in the past with this, after having come through this healing and these storm fields, it feels like now you're like, I am definitely on top of the mountain. I can now go forward and do anything I want to do. And I've got all this newfound strength because I know I can survive. This feels like a survivor card to me today. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do here is I've got the Native Spirit deck, and I'm just going to pull a couple of more cards to see what comes up. I'm going to go ahead and move these up. Again, this feels like something internal, but it also feels like something external as well. Let me pull these. So Native Spirit, what any other messages or messages for whoever needs to hear this from, what else do you want to tell them? What else do they need to know about who they have become? What else do they need to know about who they've become? Boy, the birds are just a-twittering out here today. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have Great Mystery. So that could be, to me, Great Mystery, it feels like divinity talking to you. It feels like whatever was a mystery is no longer a mystery. And the reason, of course, guys, I hit my runes and knocked them over. Because having the Perth rune, okay, so I still feel like you've learned something about yourself that's going to change things for you going into the future. We've got Spirit of Air. So maybe you're a Libra or a Cap. What is the air signs? Libra, Capricorn, Taurus. No, Taurus is Earth. Anyway, maybe there's some kind of mental clarity that you've gained, some kind of balancing. I feel like with all this purple light, it's also talking about, I think actually this is going along really well with this education here, because it feels like maybe this is also talking about education, Spirit of Air, of things now flowing, mental, actually, I'm going to look this one up, Spirit, mental clarity. See, there's Spirit of Water. I almost turned right to it. Spirit of Air says, clarity and expansion perception of life. You're being advised to see life from a higher perspective, clearing out mental clutter. Breathe, all is well. Don't be concerned. The cobwebs are clearing away. Okay. Communicate your truth. Take care of details. Don't let things slip through the cracks. Take time to hear the truth of others. A spirit is whispering to you. Open your mind to see a situation in a new light. Again, that wide open, coming to yourself in some way. Mental aspect, discern, analyze, organize, evaluate, and judge. Air is composed of the most ratified energy fields, and we're in constant communication with the vast universe. I said that. Through our breath, the Spirit of Air carries the energy of change, transformation, inspiration, aspiration, mental clarity, freedom, perception, communion, and communication. Allows you to see higher perspectives. It's time to do some major cluttering, clearing, and organizing. So maybe you're doing that through your education too as well. Okay. Take it how it resonates there, guys. Okay. And then we've got the shaman card. So this could also be talking about, to me, shaman sometimes deals with psychic mediumship, talking to the dead, knowing different things about medicines, healing people and stuff like that. So maybe you have decided to, in some sort of way, you have shaman abilities because you've been having some kind of dreams. And we did have the wishing wheel card, which talks to dreams to me, about having made dreams or asking for a wish or a dream to come true, right? So you could be getting some clarity on that. You could be having some of that come in for yourself as well. Maybe this Stormfields is even talking about you battling with yourself in some sort of way and coming to this truth with reverse Perth. You're no longer going to battle it. So take that how that's going to resonate. I'm actually going to read that one to y'all too. Let me see here. Profound inner and outer healing. You're a natural healer. You're on the mend, and or a situation is being resolved. That's that Stormfields again, guys. Have faith that's happening. You're a sacred healer. You're a medicine woman or man of the soul. So again, to me, it's shamans, Tagungas, Kahungas, Sangamas, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing these right, or Curanderos, among others. They're individuals who are able to step between the worlds. Guys, I've been talking about in between realms lately, to gain information, wisdom, and healing energies from their spirit allies. When this card chooses you, you're at the advent of healing emotional, I already said healing, emotional, physical, and mental wounds. Additionally, a powerful healing force is activating with you. So some of you might find that you have your healing abilities are now coming in full strength with the card at the last of the reading, with the wide open card. You might now be having those healing abilities starting to show themselves in a profound way to you, they're saying. Guys, there are so many people that I think are going to be coming forth in the next coming year or two that are amazing healers. I've been getting that for a while now. I probably need to do another Earth Healers message, but anyway, that's some extra messages for you. So this is for whoever needed to hear this message, guys. If you got some new abilities coming in, or you've got some kind of this new birth and this opening up here, completion begins. Some of you may already be seeing it happen for you, and maybe now you're going to go forth in your journey in a different way, guys. All these shifts happening once Pluto goes into Aquarius for the next 20-something years, so many things are going to come to light. And I feel like our world in the next year, they've been telling me, our world is going to, the next year, our world is going to change so damn much that I think people are just going to be going, oh, wow, I didn't expect that. Oh, wow. I keep hearing, oh, wow, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. And I just feel like they're telling me that so much is going to happen that, things are just really going to change. I've been getting a lot of different messages that that some of the stuff they're actually telling me, I'm like, I'm just keeping close to the vest because I'm going to wait and see what happens with some of the stuff they're telling me, because there's just some things I just don't think I should repeat that they've told me. And when I talked him over with, I talked some of my stuff over with Daniel, and he's like, no, you don't want to talk about that. If it happens, then you might can say something, but some things you just need to keep to yourself that you're getting in your meditations, because some of it's just, people aren't going to be ready to hear some of it. I'm not trying to be cryptic, guys. I'm just telling y'all, I'm just getting some of the damnedest messages here lately that, and this is just lightly meditating, not even going into a deep meditation, just taking a few minutes a day to calm my mind, calm my spirit, and maybe some of you are getting some off the wall messages too. But anyway, this is what I have for you. I wanted to just do a little forever who needed to hear this message, and they were talking about healing the ouch after having come through something, and I think quite a few of you are going through something amazing. I think we all are. All right, so that's what I have, guys. Guys, be a light in the darkness. I hope you enjoyed being out in the open today. I hope y'all could see the cards well enough, because with the glare on my phone, I couldn't really see the cards very well. So when I go back and redo them, look through it before I post it, hopefully it's going to all come up just the way I put it on here, because I made sure I had the camera right in front of y'all. But on my side, there's such a glare, I can't even see if it all came through good. So, all right, guys, be a light in the darkness. Hope you enjoyed this wonderful meadow reading. Lighthouse.